2 videos in one day. Oh my gosh. Anyway. I double check. I didn't see cover listed in Dragon Slayer. I think I've just overlooked it. But when in doubt, I fall back to AD&D. That was the suggestion I was given to. And that's what we'll stick to. We had a game this weekend, and we had hobgoblins behind arrow slits. And the DM ruled we couldn't shoot them at all. And I remembered, I did say a plus 10 to AC if it's like AD&D. So we just stormed it from the side. I lean towards the AD&D way, and I'm going to just make a info card for my game and post it on my Discord. But I'm going to go over this for people who aren't familiar with AD&D, aka the golden age of tabletop role-playing fantasy. But you search on your phone to just refresh your memory. It's like, you put in AD&D, and it always just comes back a 5e, and that's really aggravating. And even when you get your AD&D stuff, it always contrasts to 5e. I didn't ask squat about 5th edition, all right? The internet went from being this wild, wonderful place where people shared ideas to corporate paywalls, AI, whatever you want to call the AI crap. And he who pays gets their information out. All right? This is how it is. They pay to be in your feed no matter what you really want to look up. All right? I just didn't want to walk in the other room and grab my DMG off the shelf. That's what I get for being lazy. I get aggravated. I still should have done it so I could refresh my head on what page number that was. But I thought about it, and I was right. I just remember the percentages. So 25% cover, like standing behind a tree or shrubbery or something to obscure, is a simple +2. And then half cover, which would be most connotations or using the edge of a wall. You know, I'm at the corner of this wall and I'm leaning out, but I'm covering half of my body with the wall. It's +4 to AC. And then 75% cover is +7. Now I'm trying to figure out where you can get 75% cover. So carefully stacked barrels, superior connotations. If you're up and it's just got a lip, but if it's chronalted where it's up, down, I would count that as 75%. You're down, shooting up, and they have a lot more to work with. +7 to AC. So that makes any guy in chainmail with a crossbow on a wall that's chronalted and not just a simple flat top, right? So it comes back to the description. So if it's not chronalted, it's like a regular wall. A guardsman in a city would be on a regular wall. They would have +4, making chainmail dudes AC 1. And if it was a castle keep where it was chronalted, made for defense, like noted in Keep on the Borderlands, that when you come through the main entry, that is a chronalted on top of the others, they would have +7. So it makes your AC chain dudes -2. Nat 20 only for most low-level guys, or the goblins, right? And if you're behind a arrow slit, I would count that as 90% cover. You could shoot someone, unlikely, but you could do it, +10. That makes a regular chainmail guy -5 AC. And if he is in plate, he's -7. The strength of fortified defenses. So you're going through some of these modules where you have kobolds or goblins attacking you through an arrow slit with a reach weapon. Jabbity jabbity, and you want to shoot into them or stab back with your spear. +10 AC. So that's -3 for a regular kobold. changes the dynamics. If you're super high level, you could push stab, jab. I mean, but there's 50 of them in one of you, and their AC is as good as yours, if not better. Granted, they'll probably need 20s to hit you. It's the way to use your terrain to an advantage. I ran across that and noticed I couldn't really find it quick and easy in the Dragon Slayer book. So, when in doubt, refer to AD&D. It is a wealth of knowledge. If you're not familiar with it, I would recommend getting a PDF version just to have as a resource guide. There's lots of stuff in there we didn't use. We'll be honest. I might make a suggestion to a friend of mine. He's wanting to do. We're not going to have monsters a lot in Savage Swords. Then why not use weapon versus armor? You know, if it's complete human centric and you don't have lots of critters, then weapon versus armor is really handy. There's a reason they use hammers towards the end of the late period, right? So, yeah, cool. It's all there, folks. You just got to take a little time to look it up. But yeah, +2, +4, +7, +10. But if it's up in the air and you're firing up with my ruling on missile weapons, that +10 AC is going to be affected by range. So if it's 30 feet up, you're 40 feet back, and it's 30 feet away. That's 30, 60, 30, 90 feet range, which for most weapons in Dragon Slayer is going to be an additional -1, -2, making that AC even lower. Nat 20 only. And you could rule that at a certain level, Nat 20 is not going to hit. We had to confirm it. I think with shadows in AD&D, there was a % chance to miss even when you scored your hit. You had to overcome a 15 or 25% chance that you just missed anyway. And in a game that has a class that negates attacks by combat round based on their level, I don't think that's unreasonable at all. That's not unreasonable. Assaulting a defended fortification should be foolish and deadly for you as the... And if a couple of those guys up there are actually leveled, you're in a world of hurt. Because A, the higher they are up, they're extending their range because they're firing from above. They get high ground advantage, +1 to hit, +1 to damage. So you are putting yourself in a world of hurt if you're assaulting a prepared, fixed position, just charging it. It's foolish. But anyway, game well, game often. Talk to y'all later.